Hi guys, this is Shelly. Welcome back. Today I just wanted to do a quick update on the sweet potatoes again, and I'm also going to just take a second to show you my dahlia bulbs and how well they're doing, and how I actually trim them back or top them off so that they will be fuller when I plant them out, because I plant them in huge pots that are probably about 22 inches, and I need them to fill those pots. So I make them fuller, and I'll show you how I do that. So let's just move in a little closer. Okay, I hope you can see this well. So here are some of the sweet potato slips that we're growing. And you can see that they are coming along really well. These roots look fantastic. And so in the water, I should tell you, I have, and I've mentioned this before in case you haven't seen the video, I put just a drop of this Neptune's Harvest in the water. And this is a seaweed and fish fertilizer that works really well. I actually use this with a lot of my indoor plants, and it's very diluted, but it works well with them. And I've actually used them as well, if you can see over here with my, use this a bit with my dahlia bulbs as well. So it does work really well. So I think it's time for me to kind of get rid of these sweet potatoes now. I have more than I will ever use. And I also have some up on the windowsill, different varieties. And these as well are rooting really coming along well. This water needs to be changed, and when I change it, I will also add a little bit of the fertilizer in it. And the reason you add the fertilizer now is because now that these are rooting, you need to make sure that you continue to feed it. And as I said, these look fantastic. If you can believe it, and this is why I think everyone ought to try to do this themselves. I think these are selling locally for, believe it or not, $4.75 a slip. And this is one slip, which is, and when you see the video, you see just how easy it is to do your own, right? So I will probably be giving away probably about 3/4 of those. But we're going to wrap this one up now, and I can get rid of the potato. So again, I'm just going to be pulling these off from here. Let me pull this in just a bit. I hope you can see. So I'm just pulling it off from here. You can see all of this from the potato. And you see these little nubs on the end here. So I'm just going to remove the leaves, the lower leaves on these, and I will put these in water to fertilize as well. And I'm going to do that with all that's left, and then I will get rid of the potatoes because I have used up, I have, like I said, way more than I will ever use. So let's do this. I did it already with the Japanese potatoes. I've gotten rid of those, and you can see some of the roots in the soil here. And it's not a lot. It really didn't end up with a lot of roots in the soil on this one. Some of them do sometimes. Let's pull this. This one is much more rooted. And you can, whoopsie. Okay, the second one here you can see is much more rooted. It looks much bigger. So I'm just going to pull these off as well. And some of them will have roots on it when we take them off, but that's fine. We're just going to clean that up, separate these, remove all of the lower leaves, and these small ones, we don't want those. We just want nice, healthy, big ones. And we have enough now that we can be picky. And I'm going to do the same with these. I'm just going to remove it, wash the soil off them, put them in the water. I'll need another jar, and I will put these in the water, and that'll give me a lot more to share with folks. So I'll just give them away. Separate them. Now, for example, this one here, I will remove all of these small lower leaves. Okay, lower leaves and branches for that matter. So like this, we are going to get nice, big, healthy ones. And once I've cleaned this all up, I will throw the soil out in my garden. And these potatoes have done their work, so they can now go to compost. So that is that there. So I just wanted to show you how I would wrap these up. And these 3 potatoes here gave us a ton, and I mean a ton of potato slips to plant. And this is still quite firm. Sometimes they'll actually soften up a lot, but this is still quite firm. Now, let's go over here to the dahlias. I was going to show you how I make them fuller. So, I've actually taken them all, cut some off this morning, and this is what they look like. So, they may not work or not, but I've heard that when you cut them off the tops or you top them, you can just put it in soil and they'll root. They're looking rather flimsy now. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but I don't particularly care because I have so many of them that it's not that difficult. So let me pull a plant up here that you can see where I've already topped. So this is one that I topped a while ago, and I don't know if you can see in here. So I go in between 2 branches, the crotch of the branches, and I top it off. I nip it off. And what that does, if you could see here, is it actually gives us 2 more branches that are going to come off. So instead of having that one big one that was going to grow up like this, we now have these 2 little ones that are going to come out and branch off. So I've done it with that one. I've done it with most of them. I've done it with this one as well. If you can see, I topped it here. We've got 2 more coming in here. And I think I've done it with most of them already, but I just wanted to show you how it's done. So this one here really, let me do this one here maybe. So this one here, if you can see, we have this stem coming up here. Now make sure that your cotyledon leaves, which are your 2 first true leaves that come up, that it's 2 leaves up past that. So we have our cotyledon leaves here. We have these ones, branches, and then we have this one. So we need those at least to assure that we're going to have a nice healthy plant. So I am just going to go in here, snip that off, and in a few days we'll start to see some branches growing on each side of this. So it's really simple, and it makes your plants a lot fuller. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Today is going to be a busy day. I have lots and lots planned to do. I may do a few recipes. Here's another one here. This one actually has two plants in here, but I'm going to cut this one back as well right now. So I hope you could see this. We have our cotyledon leaves. We have 1 set of leaves. We have another set. And now I'm just going to come in here and cut that back. And that will give us a fuller, beautiful dahlia when it grows out. So I'm going to get my greenhouse. I just have one of those little $100 greenhouses from Canadian Tire. And so I plan on setting that up soon. So maybe I'll show you the rest of the plant room. It's still a bit of a mess. So here what I have are 2 elephant ears. And I actually plan on putting those out in the landscape this year. I've never done it before, but I do want to see how they grow. So I've started them inside in these big pots. I just have a beautiful Easter lily there that a dear friend gave me. So I will be putting that out in the landscape as well as soon as it's warm enough. These are my tomatoes that have been up-potted. Some of them are looking pretty good. I don't think they're all tomatoes, though. Let me see. I don't know. Look at this beautiful little creature. These things that drive me nuts. It's actually an Asian beetle, and they do totally drive me crazy. I love growing different varieties of tomatoes just for fun. So, there we go. More tomatoes. These are more tomatoes most likely. And yep, they are. We have some Lysianthus that I keep showing you. The forever plants. They take forever to grow. And I mean literally forever to grow. but we're getting some growth. They're so beautiful, though. They're worth it. They're like little mini roses, I think. It's the best way for me to describe them, but they're just gorgeous in the landscape. Oopsie. Let me see if I can get that back on. Here I have my herbs that are just starting to come up a bit in there. I think I told you I planted these things already, but the some peppers and things that are starting to come up in there. I used old seeds, and most of the things that, whoopsie, sorry about that. Wow, what a noise. I used old seeds, as I said, and most of the things that I planted up did not work out. So that was that. These are tomatoes as well. I left them far too long. I want to show you something. So you see how when you plant sometimes and it ends up with this little seed type thing on the top? So someone told me the reason that happens is because when you put the seed in, you don't press down on the soil hard enough. And what happens is the seed stays on the seedling when it comes up. Now it's easy enough, it'll eventually pick that off, but it's easy enough to do that. But these are some candy stripe carnations. I potted these today as well. These again are just the Dusty Millers, moving those around a bit. Okay, over here we have a plant that my son got that's dying, so we're hoping to be able to revive it. We have some Walla Walla onions up there as well, and some Vidalias. We have some leeks, and just a little variety of everything. I still have a lot of outside. Actually, we have a lot of wind today, so my winter sowing things are getting blown around yet again. Well, guys, thanks for joining me. I think that's about it, really. I just wanted to bring you into the plant room and show you how things are going. Show you, most importantly, how easy it is to do sweet potato slips and how to save yourself a ton of money by doing that. It's super easy. Don't be intimidated by it. You just put the potato in the soil, as I've shown in previous videos, and just wait for it to root. So if you like sweet potatoes, you absolutely have to do that. Save your money and don't bother buying the sweet potato slips. And once they've rooted in the water, and as I said, make sure you put some fertilizer in with it. But once they've rooted, you're laughing. I mean, it's just a matter of planting them up then, and I'm looking forward to that. But we have a bit of a ways to go yet. So thanks so much for joining me again, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.